ladies and gentlemen. I'm here to bring you a video on Cardano. I'm gonna run through some brief TA here, talk about us having both short-term and long-term. Are we making a double top? Is it time to panic sell or FOMO buy? Well, in this video, I'm gonna run through some TA and explain what I think is happening with Cardano. So if you like this and all that, folks, like, subscribe, comment, share, hit that bell icon notified of new uploads. So where to begin here? Let's just begin by describing some of the most important support and resistance levels that we need to be aware of. So we're falling. We've got rejected off previous all-time highs here. So I think kind of our next floor of support is probably $1.24 to $1.22. If we start to fall below this range here, we're probably going to go for more of an extended leg down here. We can see there's a nice peak in volume at right about $1.24. So I think that's probably where we find support if we decide to go for a bit more of a leg down here. So I think this green line here is like to act as some kind of support based off of these three wicks. If we just extend a green support line, that could be where we fall, a couple cents, maybe to 16 cents, if we fall from this 23 cent range here. So if we zoom out to the zoom back into the 4 hour here, another very critical support level for Cardano, if we break down even further, is I think the 200 EMA on the 4 hour, because that is where we found our support last time we corrected here. So wherever the 200 EMA on the 4 hour happens to be when you watch this, I think that's our support level. So just going to summarize this further: 23 cents. Aside from that, I'd say, really, I'd say about $1.12. That's where a peak in volume is. And then the 200 EMA on the 4 hour, some of the most important support ranges for Cardano. For us to see bullish continuation, we need to get above $1.26. We need to get above $1.27. And then after that, hold above $1.35. Very price reactive level at $1.35. We need to get above that. Once we can hold and get a hold above $1.35, I think that's when we see our bullish continuation. Now, I'm potentially I was going to say I'm considering a trade. I'm not considering a trade. I'm actually in a long on Cardano. I'm not telling you to do that. I may lose this trade, but I do think Cardano could begin to recover a little bit here in the short term, and I'll explain why. Because whenever we have these corrections, massive dumps, massive sell-offs, we always have what's called a dead cat bounce, which is we have kind of like a relief rally, midway through. It varies throughout our correction phase, throughout our retracement. So we see here we dumped, had a little bit of an impulse, but it was a fake out. It wasn't a true rally, and then we had a further leg down. Even here, leg down, dead cat bounce, further leg down, or you could even say this was leg down and this was the dead cat bounce. Either way, point I'm trying to make is whenever we do have a correction down, an impulse down, we usually have at some point a bit of a leg up. And I'm not saying right now we're going to recover and fly, but we're probably going to have a bit of a leg up here in the short term and then fall back down. So I'm longing that dead cat bounce. At least I'm anticipating it. Again, I could be wrong. I'm not telling you to enter this trade. There's no guarantee that I will be right. But the reason why I'm starting to, I think we could experience a bit of a dead cat bounce here. So at some point in the near future, again, this is not a guarantee, is because of our indicators. Now, this is like a very short-term trade for me, very short-term scalp. Let me explain why. If we take a look at the half hour here, half-hour histogram starting to tick up. Weighted MACD starting to curve up here. Seems like we might have a bullish crossover at some point here. At least we can anticipate one. Stochastic RSI in the oversold region. I could imagine seeing a bullish crossover at some point here. Regular RSI in the oversold region. So we're quite oversold. So taking a look here at our 15, folks, the 15, and again, this is a very short-term trade. I'm talking about very low time frames here. So 15-minute MACD histogram starting to take up. Weighted MACD, bullish cross on the way up. Stochastic RSI in the oversold region. I can anticipate a shift to the upward direction at any point here. RSI is oversold. And let's take a look here at the 10. 10 still oversold. Everything's oversold. MACD, I can anticipate a move upwards at any point here. So you want to see confirmation. You want to see further confirmation, and see we're not getting that confirmation quite yet. So when I entered was probably not even the best entry, because you want to wait for confirmation. You want to see a bit of a higher high. You want to see break above certain resistance levels, like here at $1.28. If we get above $1.28, we're probably going to go back up a little bit. Maybe I would anticipate to like $1.34. and that's probably where I'd be looking to take profits. So that could be roughly 4 or 5% move to the upside if you were to wait for the confirmation. So again, folks, no guarantee that we'll go back up, no guarantee that we'll go back up now. I may get stopped out of this trade. You don't always make profitable trades. I was probably early to this thing and I should have waited for confirmation, but that's okay. But I'm just kind of describing to you guys why I think in the short term here we could probably have either here or here or here at some point a bit of a relief rally to the upside at some point here. If we do have a bit of a relief rally, I think $1.34, $1.35 is probably where we go to next. Now, let's talk about the macro picture. What are we looking like with Cardano? Well, it seems like we're trying to have a bullish crossover on the daily MACD, although we're not getting it quite just yet. But we're starting to see some strength. Are we getting bullish divergence? Maybe not quite yet. I want to see if we're getting that bullish divergence here in the RSI on the daily. If we do, that is a very, very good sign if we start to get that bullish. I mean, you could argue we're perhaps going to see some bullish divergence based off these two peaks, but really I want to see us get above this red resistance line here on the RSI. If we can get above that, I think then Cardano will be really ready for its next impulse to the upside. But we are still making a higher high in the RSI, so that's very interesting to see. Folks, following the RSI on the daily and the 12-hour will be very important for understanding what the next move is. Let's take a look at the 12. So the 12-hour did have the bullish cross on the MACD. It doesn't seem to be very strong. A histogram still ticking down. Weighted MACD is on the way down. Stochastic RSI, overbought on bearish crossover, very bearish. Look at that, RSI reached the overbought territory, very bearish. So 12 hours not looking super hot. I mean, we're kind of bullish, but not really. We're seeing some weakness. Same with the 6-hour, further weakness all the way around. Let's take a look at the 2-hour. Bearish crossover in the 2-hour. And let's take a look at the 1 and the 1 hour. Even still, looks bearish. The only thing that's potentially not bearish is we could possibly anticipate a move into the upside since we're oversold, although that is not a guarantee. I am in a risky trade because I didn't wait for confirmation. You want that confirmation. So yeah, folks, those are some of the factors I'm considering here. If we just go back to the price action for a moment here, again, I think at some point here, having a bit of a relief rally is probably in store. Move downward, dead cat bounce, a bit of a leg up. Move downward, dead cat bounce, a bit of a leg up. It always happens. So we've had a move downward, and we could possibly have a leg up in the short term here. Although that's not a guarantee. This is a very short term trade for me. I'll probably be looking to take profits somewhere within this area, maybe just below $1.34. So that's what I'm thinking with Cardano here in the short term. Now, another very important chart that we need to look at to try and understand what Cardano will do are the pairings with Bitcoin and and Ethereum. What happened to my voice just there? So important charts to look at. We can't just brush over that, folks. What just happened to my voice? I don't know, but that's okay. Let's move on. Nothing to see here. Folks, important support level for Cardano on the Bitcoin pairing is this 2122 region. If we can continue to hold above these peaks, and if we continue to hold this level as support, then maybe we have a bit of a leg up here in store to retest maybe the 229, the 23 here. So if we have that bit of a leg up against Bitcoin here, that could translate for Cardano having a bit of a leg up here in the short term. Same with Ethereum. If we can maintain above some key support levels here, this support level I think is probably the most relevant for the moment. If we can maintain above this level here and go for that bit of a leg up, to retest perhaps the 7-1 or the 7-4, 7-5, these two resistance regions here, then I think that's likely to translate to the US dollar value of Cardano. Again, not a guarantee. If we break down below the key support level of $1.24 to about $1.22, 3 cents, basically this spike in volume, this range right here, if we break down from that, probably falling to retest these previous support levels that I've mentioned. Now, folks, let's talk about the long term here. Well, I like to say I think Cardano could reach $5 to $10 over the long term, but ultimately I don't know I don't know that for sure. I'm trading and scaling out of my long-term positions based off time frames, and not so much specific price targets. Come late third quarter, early fourth quarter, September, October, November, that is when I'm selling out of my long-term positions and moving into stable coins and staking them on platforms, such as BlockFi. If you want to sign up for BlockFi and stake your crypto and earn interest, if you're hodling, you might as well earn some money. Join BlockFi. Link for that will be down in the description below. As well, folks, something I'm going to start doing more and more from now on. I'm going to try and mention a low cap gems in the videos to kind of bring you guys some potential opportunities. I've recently started FOMOing into this project called Anchor, and yes, I did hear this from Elio Trades. I got in, I believe it was like $3.40, and it's been absolutely exploding as of late. I really like this thing because it was only listed on one exchange, OKX, which means not a lot of liquidity, not a lot of people have access to it. It means your early days, you can get into this early. It was forming a rounded bottom, low-ish market cap, and for those who don't know and want to know what this does, this is essentially provides interest very similar to BlockFi, except BlockFi has many more options. But here you can stake USDT and earn over 20%, 22% on your stable coins. That's unheard of interest. As soon as I heard that you could make fixed interest at a greater rate of around 19-20%, they say it's fixed interest, but I've seen this fluctuating. Regardless, 22%, 20% APY on a stable coin is insane. As soon as I heard that, I definitely aped in, and I'm glad I did. I like the market cap, very low. I like that it's only listed on one exchange. Not a lot of people have gotten into it yet. Price action was forming around the bottom, so there was a lot I liked about this. And even moving forward, I'm probably going to be looking to buy the dips on this thing moving forward, adding more to my positions. I think it's just a matter of time before this gets listed on other exchanges. And again, I did mention this and shill this to our VIP Discord group members back when this was below $4. So, folks, if you want to join our VIP Discord group, link for that is down in the description below. You get access to, if you join our Patreon, you'll get access to our VIP Discord. We talk about low cap gems, interesting setups, and very helpful resources. As well, folks, just join our Discord in general. We post tons of helpful resources, tons of helpful articles. We talk to all our Discord members regularly. And we're going to try moving forward to have semi-regular coin calls with our members where we, discuss the market, major news events, kind of summarize things, run through some TA, answer some questions. So we're going to definitely be doing that this next weekend here. I'm going to force Messin to be a part of that. For those who don't know, me and Messin, we both run this channel. Folks, by the way, we hit 19,000 subscribers today. Thank you so much to everyone for supporting the channel. It is absolutely insane, the kind of growth and the support we've been getting. So thank you to everyone. I hope you guys enjoy and maybe learn a thing or two from our ramblings. I really appreciate you guys staying with us, subscribing, all that stuff. Anchor, even though it's pumped quite a bit, I still think this is early days, folks. A platform that offers 20% interest on a stable coin is absolutely insane. Again, early days, one exchange, rounded bottom, low-ish market cap. I like a lot about this thing. I'm pretty sure this is a product from Luna, another project that's doing Terra Luna here. That's doing great things. I really regret not hearing about this thing earlier. But that's just how she goes, right? So, folks, to summarize here, Anchor, Luna. Join our VIP Discord. You get access to our Patreon. I was shilling this when this was like $3.40, $3.40 below $4. I think my average entry for this is somewhere around $3.30, $3.40. It's at $5 now. So, folks, join our VIP Discord. Link for that down in the description. Join our regular Discord. Follow our Twitter. Link for that down in the description below. Subscribe, comment, share, and hit that bell icon to be notified of new uploads. As well, folks, check out Token Metrics. It's an AI-fueled price predictions and portfolio suggestions platform. No, I'm not reading that off a script. It's just, I'd like to get out the main stuff quickly. We use it to help inform our thought process and our research. They offer code reviews and price predictions, lots of very helpful crypto stuff. So if you can spare it, we highly recommend Token Metrics. Link to join that will be down in the description below. Now, I want to think if there's anything I'm missing, because I hate ending these videos without mentioning stuff I wanted to mention. So actually, yes, good. Bitcoin dominance. I'm glad I thought about this. Folks, this is going to be a very good chart for understanding when the altcoins truly explode. Because a lot of altcoins, we're fluctuating between, slight ranges right now. But when are we going to see the next big move, the next big impulse with the altcoin market? Following the Bitcoin dominance chart will be very key for trying to time when that will be, because For those who don't know, let me just explain. Bitcoin dominance, total value of Bitcoin in comparison to total value of all cryptocurrency. We've been range bound between 60 and 65%. As soon as we start to fall below this 60 percentile in Bitcoin dominance, I think that is when we see the altcoins truly start to fly. And specifically when we fall below 57.5, really 57. Because when was the last time we were below 57% in Bitcoin dominance? It was back in 2019, back in June 2019. So that would be something new that hasn't happened in quite a while. And I think that's going to, as soon as you see that, that's when you know the altcoins are truly going to fly. And I think it's just a matter of time before we see that. So make sure you stay tuned to this channel. We're going to be bringing you the most important news and technical analysis updates, beautiful low cap gems. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, folks, take care.